Three times the Lakers and Celtics have gone to a dramatic seventh game. In 1962 and 66, Bill Russell kept lighting Red Auerbach's cigar. And in 69, the Celtics and Don Nelson kept getting the bounces. And tonight, a new set of heroes waits in the wings. This spectacular series has been an emotional roller coaster. There has been drama, flair, sadness, hustle, exhaustion, aggression, retaliation, and raw anger. For K.C. Jones Celtics, they are pointing for a 15th championship banner. For Pat Riley, a title would be the Lakers' third in this decade. So welcome to Boston, a city in waiting, as the Lakers and Celtics come to the Garden to decide the NBA World Championship. The great Bill Russell, who never lost one, said it best of seventh games when he wrote, "You're about to run your guts out in 5 or 6 miles of short, frantic sprints." The president has expressed interest in the outcome. While you're waiting there, shivering in your own sweat, you can literally feel the energy about to be released by the fans in the stands. Perfectly respectable people are getting ready to yell and scream, behaving as they never would anyplace else. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. Russ also used to joke that if you could bottle all the emotion that is released in a basketball game, you'd have enough hatred to start a war and enough joy to prevent one. And here tonight in the ancient Boston Garden, we'll run the entire gamut of emotions. And when we're finally finished, the survivor will receive this trophy, the Larry O'Brien Trophy, for being the NBA World Champion this year. Here in the Garden, of course, you know the story. There is no air conditioning. It rose to 97 degrees on a Friday night. Tonight, it is just shy of 90 degrees, but it is not nearly as oppressive or stifling. They have found some extra fans, and that has helped the circulation tremendously. Still, heat fatigue will be a factor in this game. And for more on the matchups, let's go down now to Dick Stockton.
Thank you very much, Brent. It is not as hot or humid as it was last Friday, and the Lakers feel that they were not prepared for that game. They have indeed come prepared for this game. This is a 7th game. There are only 3 players on both teams who have taken part in a deciding game in a World Championship Series. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Mitch Kupchak of the Lakers, and Dennis Johnson of the Celtics, and they did it with different teams. One man who was a part of a lot of 7th games and was also played a major role in 10 World Championships as a player and coach is my partner, Tom Heinsohn. What does a 7th game mean?
Well, Dick, the 7th game, when that locker room door closes, you can cut the tension with a knife. And the biggest challenge for a coach is to loosen up the troops. I can remember in the Milwaukee series back in '74, loosening up my players by telling the worst jokes I could possibly find. So I think the coach that came up with the best joke writer is going to win this thing.
Other than that, and the strategy before the game and how you handle the players, how do you size up this game, Tom?
I think the team that gets off to the quickest start, makes their most positive statement early, will win. It is especially important for LA to make their statement quickly because they got to try and take this crowd out of it. The heat factor should be a little less than it was in the prior game here. I think that the Lakers perhaps are better prepared to handle it.
All right, Tom, and now the injury report, which is important here. Bob McAdoo is in uniform. He has a strained Achilles tendon, but he is not expected to play. Magic Johnson's been bothered by tendonitis in the knee. On the Celtics side, Scott Wedman has a fractured fibula in the right leg. He is also not expected to play, and ML Carr is going to be wearing goggles. He was hit with beer thrown by a fan in Los Angeles after the game. ML Carr said, "I need the goggles, my eye bothers me," and the coach says, "I will be playing." There's another story about another man, and right now for that, let's go back up to Brent. Brent?
Well, Dick, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar appears to be in perfect condition tonight, and that could be tremendous news for the Boston Celtics. Every time we get word that he is suffering from a migraine, it's the Celtics who have wound up with a headache. We're about ready for Game 7 of this World Championship.
We're back at Boston Garden, and right now for the starting lineups of both teams, let's go to public address announcer Andy Jick.
first for the visiting Los Angeles Lakers. At guard, number 21, Michael Cooper. At the other guard, number 32, Earvin Magic Johnson. At center, number 33, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At forward, number 31, Kurt Rambis. And at the other forward, number 42, James Worthy. The coach of the Lakers, Pat Riley. Now for the Boston Celtics. At guard, number 3, Dennis Johnson. At the other guard, number 43, Gerald Henderson. At center, number 00, Robert Parrish. At forward, number 31, Cedric Maxwell. And at the other forward, number 33, Larry Bird. The coach of the Celtics, K.C. Jones.
Well, they say there's nothing louder than a packed house at Boston Garden for a big game. And the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers, who have met 7 times for NBA World Championship, and the Celtics have won all 7. First one was when the Lakers were in Minneapolis, the last 6 when they were the Los Angeles Lakers. Pat Riley, who has been to the championship series 3 straight years, and the officials, Darryl Garretson and Earl Strom, will work the game, and Jake O'Donnell will be the alternate. And keep in mind that last Friday night in the humidity of Boston Garden, they needed to go to the alternate official. The Boston Celtics have never lost the 7th game for a title, and the Los Angeles Lakers have never won. And with that backdrop, and the duels between Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and of course Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, we get set. The championship is at stake. Darryl Garretson tosses it up. Boston ball. And the Celtics will take over possession.
The Celtics want to try and make sure that Larry Bird has the ball in his hands.
He was upset. K.C. Jones was upset that he didn't have the ball in his hands enough in the latter stages of game number 6, as the Lakers won to send it to the 7th game. Henderson looking inside. Dennis Johnson finds Bird. Robert Parrish gets the offensive rebound, and they're going to have a jump ball. So the Lakers effectively tie up the Celtics 7-foot center.
Well, right away they went to Larry Bird. K.C. Jones spent the last day and a half talking about it to his players.
Parrish will jump against Magic Johnson. And Magic didn't even jump for it. Dennis Johnson in the backcourt. He has really emerged in the last 3 games in the championship series. Guarded by James Worthy. Bird, smothered, goes up anyway. Well, you said it, no question that Larry Bird, the man the Celtics will live or die with tonight. Magic Johnson short with the jumper. And here's Dennis Johnson on the break. And here's Kareem at the other end. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with an incredible play. He was tangled up, but managed to get the ball up and in. Has a chance to quiet the crowd and a 3-point play.
The Lakers want to push the ball up as fast as they possibly can. Here's Kareem. What a move he puts on Henderson to slide by. A little trip there. Still enough balance to put it in. What a play.
Gerald Henderson with the personal foul. Nearly a minute gone by, opening period. The Celtics are 12-1 at home in these playoffs. The Lakers have won 5 out of 9 road games. Henderson outside. They're looking for Maxwell, and now Henderson, who likes to penetrate, goes up and draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. The foul is on James Worthy, his first personal foul on the Lakers first.
Well, they established Larry Bird the way they want to, and now the next guy they go to is Dennis Johnson to see if he can open up the inside game a little bit with his outside shot, but they're up tight on him.
Dennis Johnson was criticized early in the series, but he has come on like he did in the early playoffs. He has had 20 or more points in the last 3 games. He has been hitting his outside shots and has been a terrific challenge to Magic Johnson defensively.
He has done the job in that department since game 4. And I think Magic is going to have a little different approach to playing Dennis Johnson. They're going to try and blow by him.
Magic Johnson against Dennis. Kareem double team. They'll double team all the big guns. Parrish knocks it out of bounds. LA ball. Obviously, as we've established, the half-court game means first, number 33, Kareem.
He is 80% of their set offense. They go to him practically all the time, and the Celtics are ready for it.
Magic Johnson now has missed 2 shots from outside. Cedric Maxwell, the rebound for Boston. So Kareem has all 3 Laker points, but Magic has missed 2 from outside.
But I don't like what the Celtics are doing right now, Dick. They're not pushing the ball fast at the Lakers.
Larry Bird fall away over Worthy. Way short. And now the Lakers coming back. Neither team has been able to run yet in the opening minutes.
But the Lakers have tried.
Here's Kareem. Sky hook. He has struggled with the sky hook throughout the series. And now the Celtics have it. 2 minutes gone by in the first period. Bird. Kareem gets the rebound. He has been the leading rebounder for the Lakers. As Michael Cooper handles it, Rambis decides not to challenge Robert Parrish. He's setting a screen for Magic Johnson. Henderson is pesky and commits the foul. Foul is on Henderson, and that's his second.
The Celtics will show a packed-in defense against Jabbar early to make Cooper and Johnson shoot from the outside. That time, Henderson challenged Magic.
Magic Johnson has missed 2 outside shots. Worthy, who has been the second man the Lakers like to go to in half-court offense after Kareem. And now they're going to call Henderson with a 3rd foul. Gerald Henderson fouling away from the ball now with 3 personal fouls. And Casey Jones with 9:31 to go in the first period may have to go to his bench and will.
Here comes Henderson trying to guard Cooper on a cut right behind Larry Bird. He picks up his 3rd.
And ML Carr is going to make his entrance, goggles and all. First dead ball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook. He has all 5 Laker points. The Celtics lead by 1. Parrish. Rambis clears. Fast break try. It's 2-on-1 LA. Worthy, Cooper. And it's Michael Cooper with a 2-on-1. They got it up in a hurry, Tommy.
When they get the rebound, they have the best team in the NBA to push it up against the defense. They'll beat you all the time. You got to hustle back.
Casey Jones said, quickest fast break he's ever seen. Maxwell going inside is called for the offensive foul. Cedric Maxwell on the charge. And now ML Carr has come into the ball game, replacing Gerald Henderson, who goes out with 3 fouls. Carr is the spiritual leader of the club. His steal in overtime sealed off game number 4 for the Celtics. The big win for them. Johnson out to Worthy. Rambis, no basket. And a 3-second violation has been called against the Lakers.
Both teams very tentative right now. Not really into their style the way they like to be. The emotion of the game. They're not coming out quick.
But they're going to the big guns. They're going to Bird on the Boston side, Kareem and Magic on the Lakers side. Dennis Johnson. Oh, he's had that shot lately. Dennis Johnson has 6 points. He has 6 of Boston's 8. Kareem has 5 of the Lakers' 7. Michael Cooper on the miss. Parrish out to Maxwell. It's a 3-on-2 break for Boston. And Larry Bird has his second basket. 4 minutes gone by, first period. The Celtics lead it 10-7. Michael Cooper comes back and hits from outside, and he has been a reliable outside shooter throughout the series. Now the Celtics are pushing it up. Johnson against Rambis. ML Carr. Bad pass. Picked off by Magic Johnson. Cooper, 3-on-1 Lakers. Rambis. foul. The basket is good. And the Lakers, making the most of the fast break, have taken an 11-10 lead. Their second lead of the game.
Here's a steal. ML sees the man attack him, puts it on the floor, sees Kareem adjust, and the next thing you know, the quick hands of the Lakers, and long pass out. Look at this 3-on-1. You've got to get back quickly against the Lakers. You're going to pay the price.
Foul is on Dennis Johnson, his first, and the 14th foul on Boston. 5, and you're in the penalty. Kurt Rambis has a three-point play. And now the Lakers lead by 2.
This is not a fast team that the Celtics have on the court right now, so they really have to work hard at getting back.
Larry Bird with a brilliant bounce pass to Maxwell, who ties the game with 7 minutes 18 seconds to go in the first period. And Michael Cooper and ML Carr going at it. And the foul is on Carr. ML Carr is known for his physical play.
Here's ML. He's going to stay with Michael Cooper. They try and rub him off. And he's right there with them, muscling. His job is out there is to get a little physical, and the officials are calling it close.
15th foul on the Celtics. They're in the penalty, and Michael Cooper will shoot 2. ML Carr wearing the goggles, beer in his face, and he told me before the game that he said there was something in there besides the beer that really irritated my eyes. If it were just beer, he says, I think it would have been all right.
They certainly have been red for the last couple of days. That's an unfortunate thing that some fan out in L.A. did.
So Cooper makes only 1 free throw. You see the time, nearly 7 minutes to go in the first period. Lakers lead. And now they call a foul on the Lakers away from the ball. It is only their second team foul, and it's the first foul charged to Kurt Rambis. A 22nd timeout taken by K.C. Jones. What does K.C. want to talk about right now?
Well, I think he wants them to really establish their style. You got to push it up. They're half walking it up all the time. They don't have the great foot speed in there with Henderson not being in the backcourt, so somebody else has got to advance the ball quickly for the Celtics.
Tommy, you talked about the importance, particularly of the Lakers, to getting off to a good start. How would you judge this even game, so to speak, in the first 5 minutes?
Well, they have to be very happy right now to be 1 up instead of a few points down. The Celtics look very, very tentative of establishing what they want to do. Normally they come out running. The Lakers have run their fast break. They've picked up 2 or 3 of them, easy hoops, and the Celtics really are being dominated right now.
Kevin McHale is on the bench, and of course he'll be coming off it before long for the Boston Celtics. He was voted the best 6th man this year, but has been generally disappointing in the series so far. Bird is outside, and Michael Cooper, one of the best defensive players in the NBA, knocks the ball away. Cooper will cover Bird like a blanket, but there have been times Bird's been getting away from him.
He scored very well underneath against Cooper, made him pay the price on the boards.
Robert Parrish, who has the ability for a big man to hit the 12-footer, puts Boston up by 1, and we have under 7 minutes to play. We're in the first period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Boston Garden. And ML Carr hustles nicely and saves it to Dennis Johnson, who's going all the way in for the basket. No. He took too many steps. No basket. And I think he was just determined to go all the way inside.
They had Larry Bird wide open and didn't dish it off to him. And he should have. He goes right into the pack. You can't see Larry Bird, who's right on his right side, but he ends up traveling.
And the Celtics call a timeout. They lead by 1. NBA Commissioner David Stern amongst the capacity crowd tonight, as well as Larry O'Brien, the former commissioner, and the Larry O'Brien Trophy will be awarded to the winner of tonight's game as NBA champion. 14-13, the Celtics lead the Lakers, and the Lakers, who have been able to push the ball up effectively, inbounded. Tough defense by Boston in the backcourt.
A little pressure, but this is not the best press team the Celtics can throw out there.
Cooper looking into Kareem. Kareem in good position. And Abdul-Jabbar now with 7 points in the game. He's averaging over 26 in the series, and he's the Laker high scorer.
When he wants to get position, he gets it.
Larry Bird now picked up by Magic and Cooper. They double him way outside. That was Pat Riley's plan. Carr is open. Now Rambis picks him up. 3-point attempt. Misses. But the Lakers with a good half-court defense as they doubled both Bird and Parrish. Here's Magic Johnson looking behind him to Bird. Lakers by 1. Magic going inside, feeding Rambis. Kareem controls it, but into the hands of a Celtic. Parrish to Johnson. Now Bird. Maxwell. And there's the long pass overthrown. As Magic Johnson thought he could spot Kareem down court, but even with 7'3" he was a little higher than that, wasn't he?
That was the hard one, baby.
5.5 minutes to play in the first period. Look how tightly they guard Larry Bird. Maxwell goes in again and draws the foul. Keep in mind that Cedric Maxwell is a good pressure player. He was the most valuable player in the playoffs the last time the Celtics won an NBA title. As Jamal Wilkes makes his first entry into the ball game. He hasn't been the vintage Jamal Wilkes, but he can hurt you with good defense and outside shooting. Danny Ainge is in the game at guard for Boston.
I think Casey recognizes that he'd like to have a little bit more speed in there, particularly after ML missed that outside shot.
Rambis had committed the foul on Maxwell. It was Kurt's second, and only the third team foul on the Lakers. The Celtics already in the penalty. Maxwell makes the free throw. So Danny Ainge replaces ML Carr. He's in the backcourt defending along with Dennis Johnson. Wilkes came in for Rambis. Bird is guarding him. Maxwell overplaying Worthy nicely. Good defense by Boston as Bird gets the rebound. He is the best rebounder for either side. Danny Ainge pulls up. Parrish keeps it alive. Under 5 minutes to play, first period. Boston by 3. Dennis Johnson. Loose ball, and Kareem has it. Watch Magic lead the break. He's got Worthy and Cooper, and Wilkes is the trailer. They go to Kareem. Inside move against Parrish, and an offensive foul against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His first.
All right, with Bird in the ball game right now, every time he puts the ball on the floor, there's going to be a double team, so it's going to cause the Celtics perhaps a little bit of difficulty.
There they go with Jamal Wilkes and Michael Cooper. Bird gets it back. Maxwell. And a jump ball. Maxwell thought he was fouled as the Celtics asserting themselves on the offensive boards, and that has been the story on many of their victories in this series.
What the Celtics are trying to do now, every time Bird is doubled, when he puts it on the floor, is he'll pass it quickly and then get it back so he can drive.
And that's what they did there. The jump controlled by LA. 4:13 remaining in the first period. The Celtics lead by 3. Worthy, double team, and he's pushed. And that is the 4th team foul by Boston. So the Lakers will inbounds from under their basket. The foul is on Maxwell. 2 personals on Maxwell. Henderson, Gerald Henderson, the playmaker who started the game for the Celtics, has been on the bench with 3 personal fouls.
You know, when you're playing a 7th game like this, you have a tendency to not want to make one single mistake. And that is not the way the game should be played. You got to play it with a little bit of more abandon.
They say James Worthy was in the act of shooting, but he misses his first free throws. And, of course, if you want to concentrate on not making mistakes, that's usually the time you make them.
You're second-guessing, you're hesitant, you're tentative, and then it leads to turnovers.
Celtics with the ball in a 2-point lead.
Wilkes guards Bird pretty well.
He's an underrated defensive player. He's just an all-around outstanding player. Here's Bird trying to get away. Gets it into Parrish, who's doubled. Maxwell picks up the air ball, and he's fouled. Tom, if it weren't for Cedric Maxwell and his hustle inside, the Lakers, with their smothering defense, might have a bigger lead than they have now.
Whenever it gets inside, here comes the double team. And Parrish ignores it. That's a pretty tough double to shoot over. But watch Maxwell. Very aggressive rebounder. Always has been a Superman in close to the basket for several years for Boston.
Byron Scott, who is the unquestionable hero of game number 6 for the Lakers. He lit the fire for LA and kept it going. Has come into the ball game. The personal was on Michael Cooper, And now the Celtics lead by 4. They scored the first 4 points of the ball game, and they're up 20-16. 3.5 minutes to play, and the Lakers come right back.
I'm sure Pat Riley was happy to see Jamal hit that one.
Wilkes with his first points of the game. Harris short. And Byron Scott with it. Lakers looking to tie it up. Magic Johnson blows past Maxwell and goes in, but misses the layup. Magic Johnson loses the ball to Byron Scott, and it's a 3-on-1 break. Magic Johnson in the middle. Kareem is fouled. Foul is on Danny Ainge. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will go to the line and shoot 2 with a chance to tie it up when we return to Boston Garden in just a moment.
On the CBS chalkboard, we're going to see Larry Bird right here, going to be double teamed, and the Celtics, once he dribbles over there and gets double teamed, try and shake him loose. You'll see Danny Ainge pop out right here and now draw his man, and Larry Bird will take off to the basket and get the pass. That's how they're going to try and defeat the double team and make the LA defense rotate.
Meanwhile, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, fouled by Danny Ainge, is on the line. Kevin McHale has come into the ball game for the Celtics with just under 3 minutes remaining. Here's McHale, who is part of the big controversial play, one of several in the series, when he took down Rambis. When Rambis was going to the hoop in game number 4, Quinn Buckner is coming in the backcourt for the Celtics as well. He's a backup point guard, strong defensively. So right now the Celtics will have Quinn Buckner and Danny Ainge in the backcourt. McHale, Bird, and Parrish up front. Kareem hits the free throws. He has 9 points to lead every score. And we have our third tie of the ball game at 20. They'll give Buckner the outside shot. He's inconsistent with it. Kareem overplaying Parrish, and Parrish lost it going up. Wilkes scraps and holds on. Here come the Lakers and Magic Johnson. Throws it into the hands of Ainge. LA is back on defense, but Ainge is going all the way in.
Good quick hands. Buckner and Ainge are the 2 best press men that they have, and I think Casey Jones has set him to the task. Get back there and double.
Magic Johnson with a screen from Kareem. Hits outside for the first time after missing his first 2. And Johnson, who's averaging over 18 in the series, has only 2 right now. But he contributes in so many ways. Danny Ainge comes back with a long-range bomb. His second field goal. And with under 2 minutes to go, the Celtics quickly regain their lead.
He's the emotional type, Dick. When he gets hot, you don't turn him off till halftime.
Kareem. And a foul inside on Boston. Kevin McHale doesn't agree with it. It's number 1. You remember that after that rough play against Kurt Rambis, he got into early foul trouble against the Lakers in game number 5.
He only played 21 minutes, and that's not a lot of minutes for Kevin McHale. He normally plays much more than that without even coming close to getting in foul trouble. I think he was a marked man in that game.
And you can see just by the actions of Earl Strom and Darryl Garretson that they want to stay in charge and have been in charge so far in this 7th.
Well, I'm surprised nothing has erupted with Worthy after the foul on Maxwell the other day.
There is Magic Johnson on the right and Bob McAdoo on the left. He came up lame Sunday in game 6. He's in uniform, questionable, but likely not to play as Abdul-Jabbar makes 1 out of 2. Celtics by 1. They have the ball. McHale. The basket is good. As Bird and McHale exchange high five at midcourt. Kevin McHale, when he goes up, he's impossible to block.
Well, the double teams in the prior games were developing so quickly, and the players are so big, he couldn't get that fall-away jumper over. But because the smaller players are in here now, he's guarded by Worthy, and here's Scott, a smaller player. He can jump over the top with the fall-away. and that's his shot.
Kevin McHale misses his bid for a three-point play. The foul was on Scott, and now the Lakers have 5 team fouls, both teams in the penalty, with 1:27 remaining in the first period. Cooper smothered by Quinn Buckner. They give Cooper the shot. He wanted the ball back from Byron Scott, didn't get it. Scott takes the shot and hits. He is cool and poised for a rookie, as he was the first guard drafted in the last year's draft.
Rookies come into championship games in 2 ways. They either think that they're too scared, or they think they can do everything.
Bird going in. Great body control and touch inside by Larry Bird, who has 6 points. And I think your comment about Byron Scott is that he thinks he can do everything and has done most things. Right?
You got it. And he's hit and gone and done the job.
Gets it into Kareem. Inside move by Abdul-Jabbar. 12 points in the first period for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He leads the Lakers. Cedric Maxwell has 8 points to lead Boston. Celtics by 1. Foul before the shot.
Here's Larry Bird, puts it on the floor, and a nice pick set there by McHale to free him. He eludes Kareem, the balance of Larry Bird. You know, the part that amazes me about him is his stamina. He runs, he bangs on the boards, he never quits. That's quite an accomplishment for a forward.
Swen Nader comes in to give Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a breather. Cedric Maxwell is going to come in, and Robert Parrish goes out. So the 2 7-foot centers will take a rest right now. The foul was on Jamal Wilkes, and Larry Bird will go to the line to shoot 2. Larry Bird was the best free throw shooter in the league this year. He challenged his own team when he called them sissies before Game 4, and then he took on the lead.
I think he was really trying to get his own team up, and by challenging the commissioner, I think he was trying to get the refs on his side. But so was Pat Riley with all that thug stuff about the Celtics.
You heard Commissioner Stern hearsay that someone heard David Stern say that the league wanted a 7-game series, and of course Larry Bird went to town with it. And like you say, there's a purpose to it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. A 3-point attempt by Michael Cooper is good from the corner. Cooper has 8 points. We're tied at 30, and the Celtics may be playing for the last shot. 7 seconds to go in the period. McHale against Nader. Good move by McHale. Slapped away by Scott. 1 second to go, and the shot is no good. Good defense by Byron Scott. And so we have completed 1 period here at Boston Garden, and we are just where we are when we started. The Lakers 30 and the Celtics 30. And we'll return to the Boston Garden after this word from your local station. We're keeping track of the temperature here in Boston Garden, and it says 91 degrees. That's inside. Outside is pretty delightful, Tom. What about the air conditioning?
Well, I'll tell you, Boston Garden spared no expense to air condition this game for tonight. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. What really happened is the iceberg melted in the harbor.
Oh, well, I know they have more fans working. I know one thing, though. It hasn't affected the shooting of the 2 teams. It's been pretty good. The Lakers at 61%, Boston at 50%. And keep in mind that the Lakers have outshot the Celtics in all but 1 game in the series. That was Game 5. Start of the second period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn. The Lakers have Nader at center for Kareem, and the Whippets, Cooper, Scott, Worthy, and Wilkes. And there was James Worthy with an exhibition of his quickness inside, and he is unique in that.
Once he gets the ball going strong to the basket, you can't stop him.
Lakers lead. Cooper is on Ainge. Jamal Wilkes is on Bird, who goes in and draws the foul. Interestingly enough, Cooper is not guarding Larry Bird right now. Jamal Wilkes is.
Well, they feel that Wilkes is as good a defender against Larry Bird as Cooper. And it's an easier transition for the Lakers to get up on the break that way if they have Wilkes guarding Bird.
There is Michael Cooper, who led the Lakers in 3-point shots this year. Foul was on Jamal Wilkes' second. Larry Bird hits the first free throw. Bird, leading scorer for the Celtics at over 28 points a game. From French Lick, Indiana. Went to Indiana State at Terre Haute. Ties the score. A minute and a half gone by. or 30 seconds, we should say, gone by in the second period. Inside to Nader. He's got that hook shot, not in position for it. And a 3-second violation is called against the Lakers, who were in the lane too long.
He got triple teamed and he got confused, didn't know what to do with the ball.
Nader's done a good job, though, for the Lakers off the bench with timely rebounding and once in a while that hook shot. Ainge setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird, working it well with Ainge outside. Bird now has 12 points. He is the high scorer for Boston. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's on the bench, has 12 for LA. Wilkes. Bird the rebound. Gets the break out to Maxwell. He has Buckner with him. Win Buckner. And the Celtics lead by 4. That's been the biggest lead for either team in this game. Byron Scott misses from outside, going for the three-pointer. And a foul is called on the Lakers. It's on Swen Nader.
I'm sure that Pat Riley didn't like that quick way outside shot by Byron Scott before any of the Laker rebounders could get on the scene.
Magic Johnson has come back in the ball game for LA. Isaiah Thomas, his close friend, is in the audience watching the game. Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and Mark McGuire of Dallas are very, very close childhood friends.
And he was in the picture too, Mark McGuire.
Ainge from Bird. Larry Bird and Danny Ainge have combined for 2 baskets here. The Celtics have run off 8 in a row, and Pat Riley wants a timeout. A 20-second call by Pat Riley. The Celtics are making the passes work inside. They're passing the ball crisply and getting off some layups.
Their real playmaker is Larry Bird. And in other series, they have invited him to be double-teamed because they know he can find the open man. He is perhaps the most dangerous passer for a big man that's ever played the game. He, as Hubie Brown says, picks out the most dangerous man going to the basket. So that's quite a tribute. And you just saw it in that last play.
And of course, he has been a rebounding terror. He is also the Celtics' best outside shooter.
And he's become an orator, too.
Yes, he has.
You know, he never used to talk to the press. Been making a lot of statements in this series.
Well, there have been a lot of statements on both sides, but as we said, very few people have experienced a Laker-Celtic championship that goes the limit. 2 minutes gone by in the second period. Michael Cooper with Rambis setting a screen, hits again from outside. So Cooper, who had 23 points in game number 6, has hit some big perimeter shots and is doing it again tonight. Ainge. So is Ainge, who has 8 points. Celtics again by 6. Kareem, good position again. Doesn't go. And a foul is called, a loose ball foul. Called against the Lakers, Kurt Rambis. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. And with 9:34 remaining in the second period, the Celtics have moved out to the 6-point lead.
Bird is the most dangerous passer against the double team. Here we see one player, 2 play the double team, and Ainge ready to cut, and Bird already has got him spotted, the pass to come. And before the rest of the defense even knows what's happening, Ainge is through it and in for 2. That's why the Celtics want the ball in Larry Bird's hands.
And the Lakers have made a move. Mitch Kupchak has come into the ball game. Mitch Kupchak, who is making a comeback from 2 severe knee operations, and he'll be guarding Kevin McHale. A move that Pat Riley thought about using early in the series. But the Lakers get the ball back on a turnover, and Magic Johnson gets out of the crowd. Cooper left to the key. Misses the shot, the rebound, Ainge. Here's Ainge leading the break. The Celtics pushing it up. Pulls up. Kupchak clears. Quick outlet to Magic Johnson. Mitch Kupchak, who's one of 3 players who's played in his 7th game, has come into the ball game now on a Boston foul.
That's normally the spot that Bob McAdoo comes in, right around, or probably even earlier than this. But with Rambis picking up his 3rd foul, in comes Kupchak, and that might be a blessing in disguise for the Lakers. I've always felt that the Lakers perhaps needed some more wide bodies, and Kupchak is certainly that.
Larry Bird goes out. He has scored 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the 3 assists were something to behold. Byron Scott from the corner hits. So Quinn Buckner goes out of the ball game, was replaced by Dennis Johnson. Lakers have a bigger team in there with Kupchak and Kareem. Johnson. Harris on the follow-up. Celtics have damaged the Lakers with offensive rebounding throughout the series.
One thing Pat Riley didn't want Kareem to do was go for the blocks tonight. He wanted him to stay with Robert Parrish.
Here's Dennis Johnson out of a pack. Maxwell, McHale. The Celtics are up by 8 points. And that time, Kevin McHale simply beat the Lakers down the court, including Kupchak.
When the Celtics run, they may not look graceful. They're hard runners, but they get up the court.
4 minutes gone by, 2nd period. Here's the sky hook. The famed sky hook. Jack Nicholson does not have as good a seat here in Boston as he does in L.A., Tom. That we know.
He's way up there in the sky boxes, I guess, or just below the sky boxes.
Maxwell against Magic Johnson. Moving inside. The basket is good and a foul. Somehow he always goes unnoticed, but in the big games he is very much there, and Cedric Maxwell, looking for his 11th point of the ball game, has it as Byron Scott commits his 2nd personal foul. Maxwell does a good job at drawing fouls, and he's perfect from the line so far tonight.
He's got those herky-jerky moves that make you fight for his fakes.
Now Magic Johnson hits from outside. The Lakers are accurate marksmen from outside. 7:25 to go, first half. McHale and Dennis Johnson. And traveling called against Dennis Johnson.
Kupchak may be just the guy to guard Kevin McHale.
Plays him rough, plays him tough.
Yeah, muscles him a little bit.
It's still LA ball. 17 seconds remaining on the 24-second shot clock.
But with Kupchak in the lineup, they're not going to have that speed that they like for that 4-man attack on a fast break.
Magic Johnson over Dennis. And Kevin McHale, whose best game was game number 1 and hasn't been the big factor he has been throughout the year. Looks like he has come to make a statement here. He only has 4 points, but he's been tough off the board. Dennis Johnson over Scott. Loose ball foul against Kupchak.
That was one terrific block out by, I believe, Cedric Maxwell to keep Kupchak on his back. Here's Dennis Johnson trying to make his move, draws all the Lakers. And there's Maxwell keeping Kupchak away. He draws the foul.
6:47 remaining in the 2nd period. Well, the Boston Celtics have retired many numbers, including that number 6 you see in the lower right-hand corner, and that naturally belongs to Bill Russell, who was the player coach the last time these teams played for an NBA World Championship, and it was the 7th game in 1969, and the Celtics won. Bill Russell always seemed to make the right plays, but somehow in the Celtic tradition, they always had help.
Well, what happened is Russell against the Warriors hit the guide wire that used to support the basket, lost possession, giving Philadelphia the ball with 3 seconds, and he came into the huddle. They called timeout, and Russell said, "Will somebody please help me?" That's the first time I ever heard Russell plead for help, and Havlicek accommodated him. That's the great Havlicek stole the ball story. That's how it happened.
So that's the name of the game, and keep in mind that the Celtics, when they were trailing 2-1 in games, banded together, talked about what Celtic pride was all about. The Lakers have it too, obviously. You saw the rebounding story. Celtics leading 15-9. Casey Jones, who played with Bill Russell In college at USF, won 2 national titles.
You know, he once played Casey Jones with a ruptured appendix at USF. Quite a tough guy.
Casey came to Boston along with Bill Russell. Part of the history here. Meanwhile, it's 49-40. The Celtics lead. 6:35 to go in the half. Kareem loses the ball to Dennis Johnson. Celtics just squeezed him. ML Carr back in the game, wearing the goggles. It's Carr and Dennis Johnson in the backcourt. Carr goes up looking for a foul. Nothing doing. And it's going to be L.A. ball. Larry Bird is back into the ball game for the Celtics.
And they're putting Bird in the backcourt to take ML Carr's place. So the Celtics will play with their biggest possible team and also the slowest.
Now what about the Lakers? They still have Kupchak in there. They don't have a fast team.
So it may be their slowest team against the Lakers' slowest team.
James Worthy also back. Nearly halfway through the second period. Kareem is fouled this time. Dennis Johnson and Robert Parrish have been all over him. And the foul is on Parrish. That is his first personal foul. And for the Celtics, it is their second team foul. The Lakers already are over the limit with 6 minutes to go in the period.
Magic Johnson loves to have those quick forwards in there so he can throw those long court passes. With Kupchak in there, it's going to reduce that possibility.
Cooper, Kareem. Worthy, and James Worthy was there for the follow-up. 7-point lead for the Celtics. 5:45 to go in the first half. We were tied at the first period mark, 30-30. Alley-oop, Parrish, and Cooper had smelled it. Comes down with the ball. 4-on-3 for L.A. Worthy is clobbered by Bird and Dennis Johnson.
Well, you can just tell that James Worthy is not getting a layup tonight if the Celtics can help it after the push he gave Maxwell in Game 6.
Dennis Johnson, his second personal, third team foul against Boston. And Worthy threw up an air ball. Well, you've seen that before. You've seen the air ball before.
I'll tell you, I think the fact that the Celtics treated him that way just has unnerved them.
6-point lead. Bird against Cooper. Doubled by Magic. Dennis Johnson. Doubled again. The Lakers' half-court defense has been superb. McHale is short, but Parrish is there. Well, their half-court defense is superb, but they're not boxing out inside.
Well, the Celtics were very patient, moved the ball several passes, and then got that offensive rebound.
Kareem finding Kupchak inside, and Mitch Kupchak scores his first points of the ball game. His Bullets were champions back in 1978. Parrish and Worthy, and the break. Kareem running down court. Magic Johnson going in, feeding Kupchak. Offensive foul called against Los Angeles.
No, it's going the other way, Dick.
You're right.
Here's Magic. He could have been called for traveling in one instance. Here comes Kupchak, and they say that McHale got him. So that'll put him at the line.
McHale's second personal foul, and here is Mitch Kupchak. It has been an agonizing rehabilitation for Kupchak, who is going for his third NBA title, but in reality has played in only one. That was in the '78 series against Seattle. But the lead cut to 5. 4.5 minutes to play, first half. NBA World Championship at stake. Bird. Parrish. And McHale. Good hustle, knocks it out to Dennis Johnson. Cooper winds up in the stands, knocking some fans down. Robert Parrish misses the jumper. Here's Cooper, who comes out of the stands to feed Worthy, who's fouled. And Worthy ends up almost in the first row himself. So Cooper was knocked into the stands and came out to make a feed to Worthy.
Here we go. Here's a good hustle play by Michael Cooper. And you see the banging going on in this thing, but when Worthy went for the layup. There is no way that when Worthy starts flying high today, he's going to land in an easy, nice position if the Celtics can help him. They're going to bang him.
And the reason why is that Worthy had pushed Cedric Maxwell in the last game. Gerald Henderson, who has 3 personal fouls, is back, replacing Robert Parrish is out of the ball game. Byron Scott's coming back in. Dennis Johnson has 3 fouls. So right now the Celtics have 2 guards, Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson, who are in the game with 3 personal fouls. We have a timeout, 4:05 remaining in the first half. The Boston Celtics with a 5-point lead. It was up to 9 and the Lakers have come back, but right now we want to remind you that's coming up at the half. Brent Musburger will be along tonight. A look at some of the most memorable Lakers-Celtics games ever. Brent's live guest will be former Celtics great John Havlicek. Pat O'Brien shows us famous moments from past 7th game struggles between Boston and Los Angeles, and Kevin Lockery looks ahead at what to expect in the second half. All that and more coming up at the half. Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson, 2 guards with 3 fouls in the game. And the free throw shooting. Boston has missed just 1. Cedric Maxwell is perfect 7 for 7 from the line. Worthy.
Boston's got their speedy unit in, and so does LA.
Scott. Byron Scott came over from San Diego in the trade for Norm Nixon, is on Henderson. Cooper is on Dennis Johnson. Worthy moves on Bird. 9 on the shot clock. Maxwell goes up. Travels. LA. Johnson, no foul call as Maxwell hits the floor. Here's Byron Scott at the baseline. Over McHale. McHale, an imposing figure at 6'10", and Scott missed it.
He leaps just a little higher than you think he does.
But the Lakers have chipped away at the Boston lead, which was 9, now down to 4.
And they did it with that speed, even though Mitch Kupchak was in there. They got a lot of fast break hoops.
Bird slapped away. He had the inside move. He went between the defenders, but the Lakers slapped the ball away. 6 seconds remain on the 24-second clock. Cooper not giving Johnson anything. Going in against Jabbar. Loose ball. Dennis Johnson looks like he's been hit and shaken up. He gets up. Dennis Johnson. Looks like the left arm he's favoring. Winding down to 3 minutes remaining in the first half. 51-47. Lakers trying to come within 2.
And then we got Bird guarding Jabbar.
Quick passing by LA. Good fake by Byron Scott. 3 seconds on the clock. And the Lakers just wasted the time away. Here comes Boston. Maxwell.
That should have been a goaltending. If they don't call it, the man grabbed the rim. A man grabbed the rim. That's an automatic goaltend.
James Worthy commits the foul, his second.
Here comes Henderson. And Maxwell eludes him, goes up and under. Now watch Worthy grab the rim. He can't grab the rim when you shoot it in the process of shooting the ball.
Each team in the penalty, and Maxwell 7 for 7 from the line to shoot 2. Danny Ainge checks back in the ball game. Dennis Johnson will go out, and right now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. 2 minutes 45 seconds remain in the first half. This is the 7th and deciding game of the NBA World Championship between the Lakers and the Celtics. And the Celtics, who have never lost a 7th game final, lead the Lakers, who have never won a 7th game championship game.
I'll tell you, when you're playing, as we're looking at, who is that now?
Dionne
Warwick. I couldn't see her with a Laker shirt and right behind the bench. We've seen her at many a Laker game. You know, they all came east here. Jack Nicholson, Dionne Warwick, they have some loyal fans too. I don't think many of the Boston fans could afford to fly out to LA.
Well, the Boston fans aren't so much the stars and the glittering celebrities, but they're the hardcore fans who have been here for the 14 NBA championships. And they're here, and they don't seem to mind whatever the climate inside at Boston Garden. The rebounding story right now Keep in mind that the Celtics have out-rebounded the Lakers in 4 out of 6 games, and they're doing it again right now.
That is Boston's game, 21-11. However, it's only produced a 5-point lead. That's a substantial margin to have on the boards, Boston, right now, but it hasn't really given them that big a lead. I think that the Lakers are managing to run their game as effectively as they had hoped without Bob McAdoo. They've been forced to play either some slower people or smaller people, so that's one of the reasons why the rebound edge has gone to Boston. They've played a lot smaller people than they would have liked.
So you don't think the Lakers really miss McAdoo that much to this point?
Well, I think they do, Dick, in one way, but they've compensated for it in another way, right? They miss his shooting, but they've adjusted with speed and some muscle.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson. Kareem with 14. Magic Johnson has scored only 4 points. When the Celtics made the defensive switch and moved Dennis Johnson onto Magic, and Magic scored 10 points, in many people's eyes, that was the key move made by the Celtics in the series.
People Magic. Maxwell, I drafted him, and he had the players he had me tell the other players that the reason I drafted him was because he was a great offensive player. He was tired of playing defense.
Gives you a little bit of both, mostly defense now. That's his first miss. Feeding Henderson as Bird off the rim. That was similar to the Danny Ainge play before. And now a violation. Double dribble against Magic Johnson.
Magic was ready to pass it to the wing. Somebody had his head turned. He was just about to pick it up and let it fly. Call for double dribble.
Celtics by 5, and they have the ball with 2:22 remaining in the first half. Larry Bird, who has 12 points. Maxwell, who goes in and is fouled. Maxwell is fouled. Let's see, it may be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is his second personal foul. Both teams are in the penalty, and Kareem's parents are here. Don't forget, he went to high school at Power Memorial in Manhattan before he journeyed west to UCLA.
Remember Maxwell before the New York series? He had one black sneaker on at the practice and one white one. One was in mourning when Philadelphia got knocked out, and the other one was for himself because he had to play Bernard King.
I don't blame him. Kareem. And Magic Johnson. People used to say that Magic Johnson's weakness was outside shooting. I don't think they're saying that anymore.
Say on his jump shot now, you can't slip a dollar bill under his sneakers.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. McHale feeding Maxwell, who's fouled. Kevin McHale with a pass inside to Maxwell.
That was a little retaliation that time by Worthy after he refused to get 2 layups, couldn't get 2 layups. Watch Worthy come in there and bang him from behind.
Third foul on James Worthy. So Worthy and Rambis, the starting forwards for the Lakers, each with 3 fouls. And Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson, the starting guards for the Celtics, have 3 fouls. And now Mitch Kupchak will be coming back in the ball game.
One of the most feared things in this ball game, as far as Pat Riley was concerned, was Rambis picking up his 3rd foul, and now Worthy in foul trouble.
And the crowd boos him as he goes to the bench. There's Rambis. Under 2 minutes, 1:51 remaining in the first half. 5-point lead for Boston. Maxwell with 17 points in the ball game. Cooper. Kareem almost lost it. Beats Kupchak. Kupchak fighting for the rebound. Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chugging down the court. And Michael Cooper is fouled by Kevin McHale, I believe, at the other end. The Lakers coming back on the break after the made basket by Boston, something they do well.
McHale made that foul deliberately. Here's a great steal by Larry Bird. Off he goes, and watch the second best passer on the team, McHale, give it right back to Bird for the cram. Up the other end, you see Maxwell, after a great play like that, you don't want it to come back with an easy one. He hammers Michael Cooper.
So McHale with 3 fouls now. Kevin McHale with 3. He has scored 4 points in the ball game. And Robert Parrish is going to go in for Kevin McHale. This has not been an easy series for Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale said that he was playing so bad on the road, he wanted to make it feel like home. He even brought his wife, and that didn't work.
Hope he didn't tell her that it didn't work. Here's Cooper. Michael Cooper misses the free throw, 57-50. These players are superstitious, aren't they? Danny Ainge. Cooper the rebound. Chance to come within 5 for the Lakers with 1 minute to go in the first half.
I'll tell you, Boston's been playing that game, and LA, without Bob McAdoo and some unusual people playing, are hanging right in there.
Mitch Kupchak with the outside shoot. 5-point lead. We were tied at 30-30 at the period. Henderson. Now Danny Ainge. Ainge fall away. Parrish is there. Puts it in. No, a foul. Parrish and Bird crashing the offensive boards, but a Laker foul inside. Will send Boston to the line.
Some strong working on the boards. Larry Bird was open. Here's Ainge's shot, but because he was open, Bird was in there. Strong move by Parrish to pull it down. Kupchak with the wide body trying to angle Parrish out, picks up the foul.
Kupchak, the personal. Parrish. Mitch Kupchak, who's playing more with Bob McAdoo on the bench for the Lakers. Strained Achilles tendon. He was part of the championship effort 2 years ago for the Lakers.
He's got no great feelings for the Boston Celtics, Bob McAdoo, because he came out of this organization as a scapegoat, and he sure would like to have been part of a winning team tonight here at Boston Garden.
Well, he still might be part of a winning team. 12 on the shot clock, 58-52. Scott, 3-point shot off the mark with 7 seconds to go. Larry Bird loops it to Parrish. And it is still Boston ball. But you don't want the rookie to take a shot with that much time left. So if he misses, especially from long range, he gives the Celtics a good chance to come back.
When you got the guts of a burglar like Scott, you put him in there, you suffer with him when he takes those shots.
Well, not with 7 seconds to go in the period.
No, you're right. But when you're bound to suffer, because when he takes the shot, he thinks he's got it. He's going to take it.
Well, they didn't suffer with him in Game 6. No. Henderson tries to get it in. The buzzer sounds. No basket if it had gone, and that is the end of the first half. Maxwell with 17 leads Boston. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 14 is the high scorer for the Lakers. It is the Celtics 58, the Lakers 52. Back with Brent Musburger at the half when we come back to Boston Garden in just a moment. The Boston Celtics have a 6-point lead, 58-52. A lot of it has been on the free throw line, where they have 7 more free throws than the Los Angeles Lakers. And in the rebounding department, the usual. Boston with a 10 rebounding edge. And yet they are very much in this game, trailing by only 6 points. And Tommy Heinsohn, I think you think that the Lakers are sitting well despite the fact they're behind.
Well, one of the fears Pat Riley had was Rambis not being able to play in this game. And he only played 8 minutes. So with him not playing a lot of time, they're right back in this thing. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Pat Riley come back with that strategy he used in the 4th quarter of the last game with the quick people. LA is explosive. They can get them back in bunches.
What about the rebounding deficit? If they go with the quick people, they kind of give something up there.
Well, they haven't played aggressive defense yet as well as they can. And I think Pat Riley may just try that to unleash the tempo of the game in his favor.
The center matchup, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the edge in points. The Celtics have the edge in the game. What about what Kevin Lockery talked about with Brent, Magic Johnson's problem?
I think Magic is having a lot of trouble trying to blow by Dennis Johnson because of that knee problem. And he's not shooting that well. He's shooting tentative from the outside. But Pat Riley wants him to drive by DJ, and I don't think he can.
All right, so it's Magic Johnson and Michael Cooper in the backcourt. Kurt Rambis with 3 fouls and James Worthy with 3 up front. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the center. Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson both with 3 start at guard for Boston. Bird, Maxwell, and Parrish up front. Rambis inside. Kurt Rambis, who was outplayed by Cedric Maxwell decisively in the first half. Maxwell had 17 points, and that's a high for him in this series.
Well, here's what the Celtics did the last ball game. They slowed the pace up, and that kind of was a mistake.
Bird inside against Cooper. Cooper had him boxed well. Loose ball. Bird. Here's Maxwell. And Rambis tears the ball away for the rebound. Magic Johnson to Cooper, gets it back. Left open, and he hits. 58-56 now. 4 in a row by the Lakers starting out here in the third period. And you're right, Tom, the Celtics content to walk it up.
It looked like they got the heat treatment tonight.
Henderson driving to the hoop, baseline. First points of the game for Gerald Henderson, who had 22 points on Sunday. Here's Kareem. Rarely misses a sky hook that close to the basket. 60-58, the Celtics in front. Dennis Johnson tries his outside shot. Parrish is there.
They got to go right into something. They're very, very tentative right now, and they're taking away their own natural aggressiveness.
Maxwell, in a rare outside shot for him, has 19 points. So he is having a terrific offensive game. That's a bonus for the Celtics. His strength is defense and rebounding inside. Magic Johnson. Worthy goes up, feeds Rambis. And Rambis faked and then had the shot blocked by Parrish. The fake backfired on Rambis. And Dennis Johnson is fouled at the other end.
Well, the two Johnsons said, okay, I got you. And Dennis said, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
First personal foul on Magic Johnson. We have a timeout. It's 62-58 Boston.
Here's a little sportsmanship. Magic Johnson, the no layup, but he grabs him, holds him, says, I'm sorry, and Dennis says it's okay. And we've been hearing a lot about each other banging.
Haven't had much of that. James Worthy, averaging over 22 points in the series, has 7 on 2 for 3 shooting so far. And with McAdoo unable to play, and the Lakers perhaps hurting off the boards, James Worthy and the Lakers need his offensive in the second half.
You know, one of the things by that no layup rule that the Celtics have put in is that Worthy kind of sparks this team when he gets those sky crammers, and he has not shown the emotion or given an emotional lift to this team with any of those tonight.
6-point lead for the Celtics. Dennis Johnson is shadowing Magic Johnson, and James Worthy is going in for the hoop. So that's the kind of James Worthy the Lakers have seen in this series.
Well, he didn't have a particularly good first half in the 6-ball game, and he came out and dynamited Boston.
Here's Henderson going in, and the foul is against Cooper. Cooper knew that Henderson was free and then just tried to block him going to the hoop. There is Scott Wedman, who has a hairline fracture of the fibula in the right leg. You can see the wrappings, and he has been out for the last 3 games. Someday she'll say I was to the 7th game of the Boston-LA championship.
With my teddy bear. But you see Michael Cooper just advance the ball. They're taking it out of the hands of Magic Johnson, letting Cooper bring it up a lot more. Kareem
with a jump shot. Maxwell the rebound. Parrish overplayed him well. Forced Kareem to take the jump shot from 12 feet. Here's Parrish. Short. Rambis And in the hands of Magic Johnson. Gets it back. And Magic is fouled going to the hoop. More sportsmanship. He helps Gerald Henderson up.
That's what Pat Riley wanted him to do. Blow by people, take it to the basket.
They call a foul on Larry Bird. His first. One on Bird. Magic going for his 10th point of the ball game. He has it. And the Celtics, who once were ahead by 9 points in the second period, have seen their lead cut to 65-62. Lakers had come within 2 a few moments ago. Henderson going off the screen. Largely overlooked. Coming in, he's made some big plays. Steals, scoring in the last game. Gerald Henderson. Celtics by 5 again with 8:10 to play in the third. Here's Kareem. 3 men on him. Magic couldn't get the shot off. Cooper forces it. Kareem lays it in. Wasn't pretty, but the Lakers got 2.
Well, he hung in there for the rebound. That's what you have to do. You can't give up. You got to stay aggressive on the board.
Half-court offense for the Celtics. Henderson puts a fake on Magic Johnson and hits 2 in a row.
Henderson is excellent taking that jump shot on the move.
Turnaround by Worthy. James Worthy with that sensational turnaround quickness. Virtually unstoppable going to the hoop, and on that play too. 7:20 remaining in the third period. Henderson going for 3 in a row. He's got it. He's in the groove. Jerry Henderson has got 9 points here in the third period. Michael Cooper coming back and hits, and they are shooting brilliantly in this ball game. Both teams are from outside. The Celtics are up by 3 with 7 minutes to go in the third period.
And this is just about the point where you hope that one team will crack.
Bird on a pass from Henderson, blocked by Cooper, and it's LA ball. Michael Cooper came out of nowhere to make a terrific defensive play as he blocked Larry Bird inside. Kevin McHale is coming into the ball game for the Celtics, and LA with the ball can move to within 1 point. Tell you, Tommy, Michael Cooper can even get lost and still make a play on Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is open for only a split second, says Casey Jones. You see Michael Cooper down there being picked off a little bit by Robert Parrish, but he still gets in and blocks the shot. That's hustle.
The Boston crowd on its feet. They're looking for Celtics defense. But with 6 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third period, the Lakers can come within 1. Both teams shooting well, but the Lakers are in the 60s. And that's phenomenal anytime. Worthy, who's come alive a bit in this period. Fighting for the loose ball. Parrish has it. 10 rebounds for Robert Parrish. Steal by Magic Johnson. He anticipated that play by Bird.
You don't see Bird throw too many away.
Magic looking for Kareem. Quickly back. Wide open. Short. And Bird gets the rebound. So the Lakers have had 2 chances to come within a point. Dennis Johnson. And now Magic makes a steal. And getting it right back is Henderson. Magic again. Dennis. And a foul. It's on Lakers. But it's great hustle at both ends. And if you want to see defensive basketball in the last 30 seconds, we've had more than you can handle.
And Magic really hustled back and got into the passing lane when it looked like a sure layup. Now that's what the great ones do. Make the impossible look easy. And stayed right in there. But I'll tell you, neither team is given a quarter right now. They're going tooth and nail.
Magic's second personal foul. The team fouls. Lakers have 3 and the Celtics 1 with 5:57 remaining in the third.
You know, you try to make the other team crack. You force the ball at them. You try to make a mistake. And both teams are really showing great willpower.
Is this the kind of a game where somebody could crack by the end?
Well, LA has got the speed to score them in clusters, and Boston is aware of it.
Kareem to Worthy. James Worthy now with 13 points, 6 of them coming here in the third period. 73-70 Boston. Parrish. Short. And again, the Lakers, this is the third time they've had the opportunity to come within a point.
But there's no movement on the Boston offense right now. They're all standing around.
Magic Johnson looking inside to Rambis. And Kurt Rambis gets free and a fine pass from Magic. And now it's a one-point ball game. So the Lakers are hanging in there, despite the fact they don't have Bob McAdoo.
Well, they hung in there very well without Kurt Rambis in the first half.
Bird. How does he do it?
I don't know. I mean, he waited for all of them to go up in the air and saw a little room and got the shot off. Wasn't much room at all.
And he just got it off the glass at the right angle. Kareem, low. And a foul.
Here's how you see the great ones do it. Look at all that attention he gets. He pulls up so he can loft it over Kareem, and that's no easy assignment, I'll tell you, when Kareem's got that 7-3 frame in his way.
Maxwell, who has 19 points to lead the Celtics, coming back in the ball game, and Jamal Wilkes, who has scored 2, but is always a threat, is in the ball game for the Lakers. Rambis sits down for Los Angeles.
Here's where you may see the Lakers use that quickness with that aggressive defense, the scramble defense that they used so successfully in Game 6.
Rambis on the bench. You saw Larry Bird, who went out for Maxwell. So the Lakers now with the front court of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilkes, and Worthy. He missed both free throws, and a chance again to bring LA to within 1. So Maxwell back in the game. He has 19 points. High scorer. Parrish. Out! And a foul. Robert Parrish is another man who was maligned early in the series.
Yeah, and I believe because they didn't really call his number a lot, but when he gets the ball in that good low post position close to the basket, he's as unstoppable as Kareem. But he has trouble passing out of the double team, so Casey Jones went with other players down there. Maxwell, Bird.
Foul was on Michael Cooper, his 3rd personal foul. Lakers have 14 fouls, Celtics 2. Sky hook by Kareem, the all-time leading scorer, breaking Wilt Chamberlain's mark, and Abdul-Jabbar now with 20 points to lead LA. 78-74, the Celtics lead. We're getting down to 4 minutes to go in the third period. Parrish, baseline, long range, but there's McHale.
When he comes at you from the weak side to rebound, you better put a strong body on him.
Worthy finds Magic. Dennis fouls him. Dennis Johnson with his 4th personal foul. Fouls Magic Johnson. 3rd team foul against Boston. But Magic will shoot.
DJ was trying to deke Worthy into making a pass to DJ. Thought he could pick it to Magic. He thought he could pick it off. And it backfired on him.
Magic Johnson. The migraines that have affected Kareem throughout the series not bothering him today. Magic Johnson, 12 points and 10 assists.
Why would they be giving him a green and white pill?
He's not going to take it. Dennis Johnson comes back with a big hoop. He has 6 points in this period, and with 3.5 minutes to go in the third, it's 82-76. Lakers had come within 3 points, then 1. Loose ball. Wilkes travels.
In addition to that, he was in there for 5 seconds.
You're only allowed 3.
It was a camping trip that time.
It's a non-stop cheer now in Boston Garden. Dennis Johnson, way off. And Magic the rebound. And the only thing that'll quiet him down will be a Lakers spurt.
Well, Dennis feels he's got the hot hand.
Wilkes from Magic Johnson. Those two have worked at special communication so much in recent years. Of course, Wilkes has been weakened by the virus and has really not been vintage Jamal Wilkes in this championship.
Those outside shots are what the Celtics did wrong in the game 6. Should be getting it inside right now.
Henderson gets his own rebound. Magic Johnson knocks it out of bounds. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain in the third period. And a timeout called by Pat Riley. The Celtics still lead. It's 4. Here's Red Auerbach, who will hang up the general manager's title after this game and will be the president of the ball club, and he's responsible for all those green and white banners up there as a coach or general manager and president. 14 in all for the Boston Celtics, and Pat Riley said we're going to come in there with all the ghosts of all those championships and see if we can win one there. Now this is a very big story indeed, because it has been the key to virtually every Celtic victory in the series.
They have the offensive rebound to stop the speed of the Lakers. The Lakers have their speediest team in there right now and the best offensive team.
Danny Ainge replaces Dennis Johnson for Boston. McHale. 8 points for Kevin McHale, who's averaging 14 in the series. Under 2 minutes to go in the third period. Magic Johnson. Cooper. Parrish with another rebound. The Celtics are up by 6. Their biggest lead was 9.
The Lakers, with that speed in there, could try and crack it open by pushing it up quickly.
That's Danny Ainge, who's in double figures. And the Celtics are opening up an 8-point lead. And in this kind of game, 8 points has been a good lead.
Magic is starting to walk it up and not forcing the ball up. He's not pushing it up the pace that Pat Riley would like, I think.
And Kareem defensed well by Robert Parrish. At position for this hook and turnaround. And now the Celtics threatening to open up a 10-point lead with nearly a minute to go in the period. Parrish again, and he's fouled. Leading the cheers on the bench. Three fouls on Magic Johnson, and Robert Parrish will shoot 2.
That's a pretty big lift from the bench with Larry Bird, their key player, resting comfortably, getting a good rest. And I'll tell you, this guy at the line, I have a lot of admiration. All the heat that he endured during this series, he never made comment one in rebuttal. Just kept his mouth shut.
And for that matter, Dennis Johnson didn't make many either. He is not shooting well, but he is doing a fine job off the boards and defending Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 9-point lead matches the largest lead the Celtics have enjoyed in this game. We have 50 seconds to go in the third period. Worthy is doubled. Maxwell gets a hand on it. And now the Celtics with 42 seconds to go in the period have given their fans something really to cheer about. Kareem gets a piece of it. No basket. Parrish might have been fouled inside.
When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar helps out on a defense and becomes a shot blocker, that automatically turns Robert Parrish loose on the boards, and he's taking advantage of it here in the second half.
And ML Carr, the spiritual leader for the Boston Celtics, and a subdued Pat Riley. 10-point lead. And the Celtics have done it with Larry Bird on the bench for quite a while.
They'd like to be at home with a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. This crowd will go nuts and may even carry them right into the championship.
But the Lakers came back dramatically in game number 6, and they're capable of coming back in this one. 89-78. The Celtics by 11. Biggest lead. 6 on the shot clock for the Lakers. Kareem with a long sky hook. 5 seconds to go. Henderson to McHale. Block. And a foul.
When you get to this stage and you can push it at the defense like the Celtics just did, it's a very demoralizing thing. That's what is meant by cracking a team, is push it at them and somebody isn't hustling back on the D and you get an easy one.
2 seconds to go and McHale will shoot 2. Free throws by McHale. That's the end of the third period. The Celtics have scored 8 in a row, and Larry Bird is smiling for the first time in this championship series. After 3 periods, it's Boston 91, Los Angeles 78. The Celtics are 12 minutes away from a possible title, and we'll return to the Boston Garden after this word from your local station. The Lakers had come within a point of Boston with 5.5 minutes to play in the third period, 73-72. They ran off 18-6 edge and 9 in a row. And now, what kind of lineup do the Lakers have? They got to strike quickly, Tom.
They've got their fastest lineup that they've got on their roster. Rambis is going to play center. So I expect to see them play that scramble defense right now. Double team anything down low.
Blocked. Bird shot is blocked by Magic, and Byron Scott brings it up. Scott working against Ainge. Stop and go. Rambis trying to tip it in. And there's Worthy with the follow-up. So the Lakers are going with the small team, and Kurt Rambis is the center.
And this is the team that really gave them the trouble in Game 6.
They have to do it early, right?
They have to do it. The thing is to try and get it on the inside. Don't let them get out there and scramble and pick off the passes.
Maxwell inside, defended from behind by Magic Johnson, and a foul as Rambis is fouled by Danny Ainge. And so Pat Riley, trying to make the adjustment in the game, has come out with this alignment. And it's LA ball.
You know, when you get more aggressive, sometimes you get the breaks from the officials, too.
Dennis Johnson in to defend against Magic, and he's called Magic all sorts of problems. Worthy turnaround. Short. Here's Bird. Larry Bird is fresh. He spent a lot of time on the bench in that third period.
And this is the type of situation where Larry Bird said, I want the ball in my hands.
McHale. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Against Rambis. Rambis slaps it away. And here's Wilkes to Rambis. Blocked out of bounds by Larry Bird. So Bird doing it defensively. Gets the hand from the crowd.
Well, Bird, a 3-on-2 situation, just makes the best possible defensive play you can make and almost saves it.
Now the Celtics are coming in with Robert Parrish replacing McHale. That's more height for Boston against a smaller team. What does it mean?
But he's going to have to take the shot early. It means Rambis is going to guard him. He's going to draw a quick double team, so he's got to shoot early if he's going to get it.
Scott. Ainge is guarding him. Scott facing Parrish, throws a bad pass low. Out of bounds. It's still LA ball. Lakers are fortunate there.
Looked like it went right through Robert Parrish's legs. There's Kareem. But Pat Riley knows that he's got to do it defensively right now. Change the rhythm of this game.
Worthy. What a shot by James Worthy, who has 17 points after 7 at the half. And now it's 91-82, a 9-point game.
And the Celtics are slowing it up again.
Nearly a steal by Worthy on a cross-court pass. Bird. Here's Ainge, who's open. Bird gets the rebound. Triple team. Someone's open. Ainge. Bird almost tips it in. And here's Maxwell. And a Laker foul. And if the Lakers ever wanted to get back in this game right now in a hurry, they cannot allow the Celtics to dominate the offensive glass like they're doing it.
Well, with this small team, they're going to face that problem, but whoever's got the ball has immediately got 2 or 3 men around him. But here's Maxwell, a strong move. Rambis, the shot blocker now at center, can't do it.
Foul is on Jamal Wilkes. Each team has 1 team foul in this 4th period. Tom, the Lakers got hurt on the offensive boards with that small team in there as Kareem remains on the bench.
Well, I think this is the best chance Pat Riley has to do it, is to put that other unit in there and press, but looks like he's going to come in. Pat Riley's seen enough of the press. The Boston Celtics have withstood that defense that did him in on Sunday.
Kareem with 20 points leads the Lakers, and he comes back in the ball game. Maxwell with 19 is the high scorer for Boston. So now Kareem joins Wilkes, Rambis, Johnson, Scott. As James Worthy goes out. Maxwell with 20.
They got some good press men in there. Magic, Scott, and Wilkes. And they got a shot blocker in Kareem.
11-point lead for Boston. 9:50 remaining in the 4th period. Celtics looking for their 15th world title. Lakers trying to win their 9th. And a steal by Larry Bird. Came right behind Kareem to make the steal. Maxwell going strong. Wide open, Dennis Johnson. Once again, Celtics are up by 13. Magic coming right back with 2.
Nobody's quitting in this one. I'm sure none of those purple jerseys have even in the back of their mind.
They're a team capable of spurts. We've seen it many games in this series. Dennis Johnson. Scott picking him up in a hurry. Dennis Johnson with the outside shooting. 16 points, and Pat Riley has the problem.
That was a big basket. There was 4 seconds left on a 24-second clock when he made it.
Here's Magic again. And now the Celtics with Ainge. Danny Ainge. Kareem is fouled by Danny Ainge. That'll be the 2nd team foul against Boston in this 4th period, and the 3rd personal foul on Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge is making the Laker defense pay the price. He pushed it right at him. Unfortunately for the Celtics, he didn't make the layup.
Michael Cooper replaces Jamal Wilkes. What does that substitution mean?
Michael Cooper replacing Jamal Wilkes. That's good defense, even quicker defense for this press that they may hope to get in there.
Kareem, double team. Quick pass, and now our first illegal defense call against the Boston Celtics. Celtics caught in a zone by Darryl Garrettson. That's a warning. The 2nd time is a technical foul.
The more that the Lakers have to go to their half-court offense, it'll be more to the liking of the Celtics.
Kareem. Foul. And now a technical foul has been called because the Celtics were in the illegal defense again. 2 in a row by Boston. And a technical foul will send Magic Johnson to the line.
Casey Jones a little bit incredulous, but the rule really has to do with people making drops into the paint to help out on the inside game. Let's take a look. I think it may be Larry Bird as he goes past the plateau. Much too long in there as Rambis is outside. He's in the paint, not guarding anybody.
Lakers with the ball following the technical. 12-point lead for Boston. Byron Scott. And Bird got a hand on it. And here's Dennis Johnson. 3-on-1. And Dennis Johnson is fouled.
Again, the no layup. rule in effect that we heard Kevin Lockreed discuss. I'm of the opinion, Dick, that what they ought to do is not make the penalty so severe that the officials won't call it. They should make it a double foul on the man that commits it and also make it a 3-for-2 shooting opportunity at the free throw line.
Here's James Worthy back. Byron Scott goes out. Scott, who was the hero of the last game for the Lakers in their second half rally, has 4 points. And Worthy is in there. Magic Johnson, 4 fouls for him.
Well, that scramble defense that works so effectively now may be in the past for the Lakers as they're going to try and do it with offense.
The Celtics have gone to the line 38 times and have made 32 free throws. 13 more tries than the Lakers. And they've outscored the Lakers 33-16 from the line. And it's 99-85. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Celtics with 7:50 to play.
Very important that LA get a hoop right here to stem the momentum.
Rambis doesn't get it. And if it was last touch by the Celtics, it was. Maxwell saves it. Dennis Johnson, 3-on-3, and Dennis Johnson will slow it up. The Celtics have never lost the 7th game with the World Championship at stake, and the Lakers have never won one under the same circumstances. Bird, track, travel, LA ball. And the Lakers trying to come back. They're in the championship series for the 3rd year in a row. And Magic and Kareem performing their combination. Kareem with 22 points. They're 12 down, though, the Lakers.
You know, at this stage, you got to push it up just to give the appearance that you're not tired.
I don't think the humidity has been a big factor, do you?
Not like it was in Game 5.
Parrish with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson, 1 second. Throws up an air ball, and the 24-second clock expired because Johnson's shot did not hit anything.
Take a look at Kareem slipping in, and a beautiful pass over the head of Maxwell to Kareem, and a 1-step up and in, and that was a much-needed basket by the Lakers.
6:45 remaining in the 4th period. It's Boston 99, Los Angeles 87. Here's our situation. 6:45 to go. The Celtics lead the Lakers 99-87. Big story at the free throw line, where the Celtics have outscored the Lakers by 17 points. And in 5 minutes and 15 of this final period, Tom, with their small lineup and their scrambling defense and all of that, the Lakers have made up only 1 point since the start of this period.
Well, the free throw problem, Dick, develops because when you play smaller people, when they don't get the rebound, they start reaching and trying to slap the ball away, and you get caught for that type of thing. But the Lakers right now, that quick unit that they had hoped would create some offense by playing terrific defense didn't materialize, so they're back with their other people, and they're going to have to do it 2 by 2 very slowly.
And of course the rebound edge has been heavily in favor of the Boston Celtics. Larry Bird has 16 points. He has 10 rebounds.
Just making Magic work the ball up like this is taking precious seconds off that clock.
And that's Dennis Johnson's doing. Ever since that move was made, things kind of moved the Celtics' way in this series. Lakers trying to break the spell as Worthy is short. Rambis trying to get it out to Johnson. Kareem off balance with the skyhook attempt. Bird, the rebound.
Well, he gets the big rebounds, Larry Bird. There's a difference between a rebounder and the guy that gets the big rebounds.
He has dominated in rebounding for both sides. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Bird with a fake on Worthy. Crashing the boards. Rambis is hit by Henderson, who commits the foul. 4 fouls on Henderson.
The Celtics have to advance the ball up quickly so that when this defense comes into play, they can still have enough time to move it around and get a good shot.
Looking for Kareem. Not easy. And Kareem's hook shot in the lane works. 5.5 minutes, and it's 99-89. And if the Lakers are going to make a run, it's got to be here.
There's no question about that, Dick. Boston is playing it slow. Perhaps too slow.
Bird. Yeah. I know that's not the style they normally play, but if they can use up precious seconds and can run the clock down and hit the shot, that's going to be their advantage as Kevin McHale comes back in the game.
But that can be a mistake, Dick. You take away your own natural aggressiveness and you allow the other teams to climb back into it. You got to push it at them and move the ball quickly and move yourself quickly.
22nd timeout called for by the Boston Celtics. To bring you up to date, the Celtics lead it 99-89. The Lakers and the Celtics have battled 7 previous times for the title, and Boston has won all of them. The last time was in 1969 when Bill Russell's team beat LA. It's been a while, but now the Celtics are winning again. There's the timeout story. And we want to remind you also that following the game, we will have interviews from both dressing rooms, plus the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy to the 1984 NBA World Champion.
The Lakers are not out of this yet by any stretch of the imagination. They're perfectly capable of those spurts. All they need is some good defense. The Celtics may be letting them off the hook by playing slow-down basketball.
But the very important thing for the Lakers is that they can't let the Celtics get more than one shot. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Parrish losing it to Cooper. So there's the turnover that Tommy's talking about. The Lakers coming right back. Magic Johnson goes in. And a foul is called. It may be against Henderson. But we'll wait. Dennis Johnson, 5 on him. If Henderson had been hit, it would have been 5 on Henderson. But Dennis Johnson has 5, 1 more, and he's out of the ballgame.
After those timeouts, you've got to come out of the timeout and score. The Celtics did not do it. Now the Lakers have a chance to climb back into it.
But Magic Johnson misses an important free throw. They'll all be important down the line. Pat Riley knows it. Larry Bird knows it. He's on the bench now with McHale, Maxwell, and Parrish up front. 1 out of 2. 9-point game.
I wonder how long Larry Bird's going to be on the bench, because he is a very important player for his passing ability right now.
When would you bring him back?
Well, as soon as he says I can go back.
Maxwell. 23 points for Maxwell. Magic Johnson put the shot up, and then Parrish got hit, and Rambis is making sure Parrish is all right.
Well, you can say a lot of things around Robert Parrish, but he has been hustling on the boards the entire series. Watch him come down. He draws the purple jerseys, holds on, and takes a shot in the nose for his trouble.
Rambis's foul is 4th. Team fouls. The Lakers have 3, and the Celtics have 4, with 4.5 minutes to play in the 4th period. Worthy is on Maxwell. Tough pass to Henderson. And Parrish has his shot blocked by Cooper. And now they're going to say the 24-second clock expired, so the Lakers will have a chance, trailing 101-90, but they really haven't made that much headway. They were down by 13 after 3 periods. Cooper going for 3. That'll help. Michael Cooper with a 3-point play. That's his 2nd of the ball game. He has 16.
Larry Bird should be taking off his ice pack right now and getting in this game. They need the passing.
And a timeout called by Casey Jones. The Lakers have outscored Boston 8-2, and with under 4 minutes to go, we'll see if Larry Bird comes in. In any event, it's 101-93, and the Lakers are making maybe their last big stand right now. On one hand, we'll see if Larry Bird comes back from Boston, but on the other hand, the Lakers trail by 8 with under 4 minutes to go, and you like the lineup they have out there right now.
They have a strong lineup for scoring, a good offensive lineup. They got 2 places to go. Kareem with the sky hook, and they look for him 80% of the time. They also have James Worthy, who's also pretty good down there.
Timeout story. The Lakers have, in essence, 5 more. Larry Bird's coming back in the game. He has scored 16, and like you say, he's everything from the press breaker to the outside shot to the best passing forward in the game.
Well, they need him right now. The Celtics have been spending too much time before getting into their movement, and they've been shooting the ball under the gun and taking poor shots as a consequence.
Eight seconds on the shot clock. Bird trying to get position against Worthy and Cooper. Double team, ball knocked away. And the 24-second clock expires again. That's the third time the clock has run out on the Celtics, and that's Laker defense against Bird.
Well, they're not making that into it quick enough so that one or two passes will produce a good shot.
Well, the Lakers defense.
It's great defense.
Cooper, who hit a three-pointer before. Worthy inside to Kareem. Misses a sky hook, and that's a tough shot to miss with a chance to cut it to 6. It's still 8, and the Celtics have it with 3:19 and running. Next foul on Boston will put him in the penalty. Not so for the Lakers. Here's Parrish with a second chance, and he'll go to the line. And so once again, the rebounding edge, and a tremendous edge by Boston, including the offensive boards, and that's keeping the Lakers at bay right now, Tom.
Well, Kareem, as I said earlier, when he goes to block shots, that leaves Robert Parrish zeroing in on the boards for the offensive rebound, and he's been making them pay.
Each team with 14 fouls. Parrish has 16 rebounds. Boston has 18 more than LA. But a timeout is called. 3:09 remain in this fourth period, and LA still on the hunt. Tommy, despite the Lakers' good defense, you felt the Celtics could have passed a little crisper.
If they get into it a lot quicker, you'll see Larry Bird now getting the ball, and by the time one pass and the second pass happens, the 24-second clock is about to go off before the shot is even taken. They've got to get 3 or 4 passes against this defense, and it'll work. So the Celtics are cooperating with the Laker defense right now.
A factor could be the timeout story. As we get down to the end, the Celtics have only 1 timeout remaining. And the Lakers have 4, in essence. 3:09 to go, but the most important numbers show 101 for Boston and 93 for LA. And right now, the Celtics are 3 minutes and 9 seconds away from their 15th world title. Parrish missed the first free throw. The foul story, Dennis Johnson is the only player on the court or in the game with 5. 1 and a 2 for Parrish. 9-point lead. And the Lakers have to make every offensive foray count. Cooper. Kareem. And there's 2 of them. Abdul-Jabbar with 26.
A little timeout allows him to get his breath to get his shooting touch back.
And the defense for LA as Dennis Johnson goes in, loses his footing, and a foul called against the Lakers. That's their 15th foul, and so the Celtics will get an opportunity to go to the line. Kurt Rambis has his 5th personal foul, so Rambis and Dennis Johnson in the game have 5, and both remain. Dennis Johnson shooting 2.
Old Dennis has played pretty well ever since that 3rd game or into the 4th game when he came back. I have my doubts that he'd be able to mentally get himself back into it, but he certainly did.
2:43 remain. Going for his 20th point. And it's 9 points again. 2:40 remain.
One good stop on defense by Boston right now could get the Lakers really scrambling.
Kareem, who hit the last sky hook. Double team. Here's Worthy inside. Stuffs it through. Lightning quickness. And once again, it's a 7-point game. You watch the clock. We're in the 4th period of the 7th and deciding game for the NBA World Bird finds Maxwell, who's bumped by Magic Johnson. No basket. And it was a foul that Magic had to make.
Sure was, because Maxwell was wide open, but they had the ball in the right hands. Larry Bird, he's going to find the open man. They use Parrish as a decoy and then slip Maxwell in behind him wide open.
Magic has 5 personal fouls. And if you want to foul anyone, you don't want to foul Maxwell, who is 14 of 16 from the free throw line. And they're all big now. Now he's 14 for 17. And 2 minutes remain. Cooper, Kareem, basket good and a foul. And the Lakers come right back. 28 points for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 37-year-old veteran who has won championships in Milwaukee and 2 in Los Angeles.
And it's far from over yet, Dick, with 1:56.
It's a lot of time. The Lakers are a battling team. It's a 5-point game, 105-100. And keep in mind that the Celtics have only 1 timeout remaining. And the Lakers have 4. Parrish doubled. Dennis Johnson also doubled. They nearly lost it. Parrish in the crowd. Short. And Cooper gets the rebound. And now the Lakers can cut it to 3 with 1.5 minutes now remaining. Magic Johnson goes up without the ball. And here's Dennis Johnson, 2-on-1 break. And a block by Cooper. What a play by Cooper. He saved the basket. A sure basket by Boston. Worthy coming back. Hits the jumper, and it's a 3-point game. 105-102. 109 remaining. 16 on the shot clock. Celtics with only 1 more timeout. Lakers have a luxury there. Bird. And Rambis. Now Johnson with the ball. The Lakers trying to cut it to 1. And he loses it. Again to Dennis Johnson, who's going in against Cooper again. And this time he's fouled. The Celtics are claiming goaltending, but Darryl Garrison says no. And Michael Cooper commits the foul. 5 on Cooper.
Well, they picked it off, and here comes Dennis Johnson again, the second time putting it on Michael Cooper. One heck of a defender. This time he does get him to foul, and it might have been a goaltending. They hit the net from underneath.
Danny Ainge on the Celtic bench, but Magic Johnson lost the ball twice coming down the court. Once he was saved by Cooper, but not this time.
You know, those mistakes he made in Game 2 and Game 4, it makes you become more cautious. I think Magic, and under these circumstances, gets more cautious. He should be playing with more abandon.
Magic Johnson had problems with the clock. Bob McAdoo can only sit and cheer. 2 big turnovers by the Lakers. And Dennis Johnson hits the free throw. 107-102, 45 seconds to go, and a timeout called by the Lakers, but they're not out of it.
They've got some great 3-point shooters,
including Michael Cooper. This is the 7th and deciding game of the NBA World Championship. The Boston Celtics lead the Los Angeles Lakers 107-102. The Celtics are 45 seconds away from tacking up another championship banner, the 15th. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and his famed sky hook and his 29 points is trying to prevent K.C. Jones from capturing his first world championship as a head coach. What about the inbounds play? How tough is it now?
It's not easy to inbound the ball. Remember, ML Carr picked one off to ice it. The Celtics are very good at it.
Cooper looking. And Magic gets free. 5-point lead for the Lakers. Cooper going for 3 points. Kareem gets the rebound. Goes up short. And it's in the hands of McCann. And the Boston Celtics have a 5-point lead. Dennis Johnson using up some time. And now a foul. No basket. A foul was called. And this place is bedlam. Cooper tried the three. Kareem tried the baseline shot. And the Lakers came up empty. And now there are 26 seconds remain. The Boston Celtics, who beat the Lakers in a dramatic 7th game back in 1969, trying to make it 8 successes against Los Angeles Lakers and Minneapolis for that matter.
You know, Casey Jones, it's the first time that a Celtic coach has been in the finals in his first season as a Celtic coach, and it'll be the first time that a first-year Celtic coach has ever won a championship.
Crowd control becomes a factor right now. And beefed up security is evident surrounding the court.
That just gives the Lakers a little bit more time to get things together.
What can the Lakers do? 26 seconds to go. They've got to go for 3-point plays and foul.
They're going for the bombs right now. They're going to have to.
Timeout. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. When they met for the NCAA championship several years ago, it was Magic Johnson's Michigan State team that prevailed. And Larry Bird is close to gaining revenge in that personal battle with Magic Johnson. Bird has 18 points, 11 rebounds. Magic Johnson has 16 points.
As a man I truly respect, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in victory or defeat, he is a true gentleman, and he's never been anything but a terrific credit to hard-playing basketball.
Celebration has begun in Boston. Celtics lead by 7.
Boy, does it hurt when you know it's not going to be your ring.
Dennis Johnson's been there before with Seattle. But the Lakers, who hoped that even year would be a charm. They won the championship in 1980 over Philadelphia. And again in 82, had hoped that 1984 would follow suit.
Well, it's still 26 seconds left. It's a 7-point game, and 2 quick outside shots could put him right back in it. A steal and 2 big outside shots. So Boston oil not be celebrating too much right now. Wait till the end of the game.
Well, that's good advice, but I think they've already started. 26 seconds to go. 109 to 102. And somebody once said it's never over until it's over.
Having real difficulty, Dick, just getting the crowd off to play the remainder of this 26 seconds. Casey Jones is asking everybody to get back. The photographers are all around.
And now the Celtic players are urging the fans to stay off. There's nothing that can tarnish, to an extent, a victory moment more than for the game not to be completed.
Well, they're going to have to complete it. There's 26 seconds. That's plenty enough time for the Lakers to do something. I wish these people would get back so that the game could continue. Now there's rosin on the floor. They're going to have to take time cleaning that up. Fans, why don't you let the players play when they come out?
They're going to try and get it started now. Magic Johnson will inbound. ML Carr in the ballgame to defend. Here's Byron Scott going to Kareem, knocked out of bounds, and it's still Los Angeles ball. Three-pointer. No good. 7-point lead, Boston ball. And a foul. And now Casey Jones is smiling. He knows he's got it. And Tommy, that 15th World Championship for the Boston Celtics ironically comes 1 year after their most embarrassing moment in Celtic playoff history when they were swept 4 straight by the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, Casey brought a new, relaxed atmosphere to this ball club. They loved him when he was an assistant coach, and they proved it here tonight.
And the Lakers, well, they made it here for the 3rd straight season. They're a powerhouse. They're a team with stars, a team with talent. They have won their championships in recent years. They've got a 37-year-old center. Other than that, they've got some great young talent and people like Magic Johnson and James Worthy.
Worthy, Cooper, even this kid Byron Scott's going to make his presence felt next season more and more. They're still very much in it. You know, you go 7 games, that's one of the classics.
Final second. Cooper going for 3. It's over. The Boston Celtics are the NBA World Champions in a grueling 7-game series with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics, with the best record in the league, beat the team with the 2nd best record in the league. The final score, Boston 111 and Los Angeles 102. 15 world titles. Another banner will be hung from the rafters at Boston Garden. We will have the presentation of the O'Brien Trophy to the new world champions. Pat O'Brien will try to get a word from the Lakers. We'll be back with Brent Musburger and the gang with post-game ceremonies in just a moment.
Hang high, another banner from the Boston Garden. The Celtics have done it. It is number 15 for this proud franchise. And with me now is the commissioner of the NBA, David Stern, and of course the retiring general manager, Red Auerbach, and the man, K.C. Jones, who did a brilliant coaching job in this series. Commissioner?
What a spectacular finale to a record-breaking season, Red. It's my pleasure to present the Larry O'Brien Trophy to the NBA World Champion 1984 Boston Celtics. Congratulations to Red Auerbach, number 15. What a way to go. Congratulations to K.C. Jones, who did a great job all year. And congratulations to Alan Cohn, Don Gaston, and Toll Dupuis for their ownership.
Brett, how do you feel? How does number 15 make you feel?
It feels great. Whatever happened to the Los Angeles dynasty? You guys were talking about a dynasty. Here's where it is, right here. That's the dynasty. We're the best team in the world right now. The best. There they are out there.
I got to say, Red, you got the best coach in the world. Casey, a brilliant coaching job in this series.
Thank you very much. I did the whole thing by myself, and I got some help from Larry Bird. However, but thanks to these guys, they helped me throughout the whole year, and it's much appreciated.
All right, Casey, let me grab a word with a couple of the players. Cedric, let me ask you about this. What this championship means to you and the Celtics.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And I think we play with our hearts. I'd like to say hello to my mom, to all my frat brothers, all the makers out there in the world. I win number 1, baby. Yeah.
Larry Bird, congratulations. You were the most valuable player. And I must add that they said you were going to be the MVP if Boston even lost this game tonight. That's how great this series was. What does it mean to Larry?
Well, it means a lot, but there's a lot of players out there still capable of winning the MVP award, Bernard King and Jabbar and some of the others, but right now we just feel happy about winning it.
Larry, does this get you even with Magic for what happened between Michigan State and Indiana State all those many years ago?
That. We're professionals now, but I won this one for Terre Haute.
You won it for Terre Haute, I'll tell you that. Great series, and we're going to be back with Dennis Johnson and some of the other Celtics when we continue from the Boston Celtics locker room in just a moment. Larry, thank you. The celebration continues here in Boston. And with me now, I suppose, are the two most maligned guards in the entire NBA. Gerald Henderson on my right, Dennis Johnson on my left. Gerald, I've got to go back to game 2. I think that your moment when you stole that ball and tied that game may have been the single biggest moment of the series.
We had to have that game, and it proved to be a vital one for us because that carried us right into this game.
Dennis, when you were finally put on Magic Johnson, you did a fabulous, fabulous job. Did you know you could do it?
Well, I'll tell you like this. I came here in a year like this, and I was on a mission. Nobody thought I could do it, but I believed in myself, and that Case and the team believed in me, and I just wanted to repay him back. And by God, Dennis Johnson got out on the court and worked his tail off, and we all won a championship.
They sure did.
They talk about our backcourt all year long, about we can't shoot from the outside, but we make things happen, and we made it happen tonight.
I think they've said it all from down here. Let's go upstairs now to Dick Stockton.
Thank you very much, Brandon. I've got the two experts with me right now, Kevin Lockery on my mic and Tommy Heinsohn on my left. Kevin, how'd you look at this series?
I think something happened in game 4, Dick. When they put Dennis Johnson, the Celtics put Dennis Johnson on Magic Johnson, that turned the series around. Also in that game, it became a physical series. The Lakers were not as physical, particularly in game 7 at the Celtics, and that turned it around.
Glad to have you with us, as usual. Tommy?
I think this was one of the all-time great series. It had everything. It had players playing great, it had players playing poorly, rebounding, physical violence, coaches making charges in the press, players making charges in the press, and best of all, it had a class basketball game.
And the Boston Celtics, who last summer had an ownership problem, Red Auerbach was quitting, Bill Fitch resigned, 2 players were unhappy, and Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, and it looked like this once proud franchise was in disarray. But they fixed it up in a hurry. What happened is that Bird and Kevin McHale were signed. They found new owners, and of course, Red Auerbach stayed on. He named Casey Jones as the head coach. They acquired Dennis Johnson, and a team that was really shaky last summer now has won its 15th World Championship. So this is Dick Stockton for Brent Musburger, Tom Heinsohn, Pat O'Brien, and Kevin Lockery saying so long from the Boston Garden, where the Boston Celtics have beaten the Los Angeles Lakers 111-102.